Hi, my name is Aaron Epps. You might know me a bit better as the Cadrian as the years go on because I'm going to start going by that name. It's an identity that I've formed. It's a bit of a pen name, an artist name, so to speak, because this is it. We're going to do this. This is my first foray into the world of the arts. Um, Not necessarily first, but I would say professionally, properly, and with some spirit, some feeling, some vigor, with a serious attempt at making this my primary vocation. And the past couple of years have presented me with an inescapable question, one that I've been meaning to address in the past month or so as I've been paying close attention to my surroundings and gauging the social climate from a safe distance. And when I say safe distance, I mean um, keeping confabs short, um, to the point, and precious in so much as they always yield some useful information for me with regards to something that I want to know or understand about a given scenario, the person I'm talking to, and etc. I usually have a purpose when I speak to people. I don't normally do obligated chats. So really, I'm not your weather guy. I'm not going to talk about something that doesn't seem consequential to me. That probably also means that I'm going to come at you abruptly with a question that you're probably not prepared to answer, and that's completely okay. I understand that my mannerisms might very well stem from a lack of social conditioning. You would probably say I do spend a lot of time in isolation, and about the most experience I get talking to people is at work or in some other environment where you're obligated to speak to the people that you are working with. So yeah, work and the occasional college class, but at this point, I would like to say what you get is what you get, and I am looking to improve on that. So just feeling more comfortable in front of the camera and being my natural self. All of that's going to come with time. This is just my introduction. My name is Aaron Epps. I'm 28 years old, and I've been just about immersed in the world of fiction since I was a boy. And a lot of my values, a lot of my ideals, they do come from a bit of a fantasized version of reality, wherein I feel that the heroes that I've grown up believing in, they're right in a lot of what they say, or they inspire me somehow. So after all, these images of heroes were created by actual people, and to some extent, they can believe in the ideals that they espouse. But I mean, that is kind of why the hair is as it is. I know a lot of blonde characters in fiction, and some of them have been very close to home for me, like Calvin of Calvin and Hobbes. A lot of social commentary that I simply didn't understand as a kid. I just thought it was pretty irreverently funny in its depictions of the world as viewed by a kid, or the world as viewed by Bill Watterson, however you want to put it. Calvin, he mattered to me. Calvin and Hobbes, their stories, their adventures. I thought that they were completely a fun read, and I was obsessed with just spending as much time as I could reading all the old comics that my former father-in-law had lying around the house, or the ones at Barnes and Noble. And at a certain point, where my parents began, or my family began to realize that I was totally obsessed with Calvin and Hobbes, they began buying comics, those giant collection books such as Homicidal Psycho Jungle Cat or The Essential Calvin and Hobbes. I think my very first one was The Essential Calvin and Hobbes. But yeah, that's oh, since then, like I've kind of like made comic strips. I've done little sketches since I was a boy as of a very Calvin-esque character who was more humor based than social commentary based, because as a kid I didn't really know anything. I only saw the world from my eyes, so I just drew him in the manner that I would in any other cartoon character. So yeah, from since I was a boy, I have been sketching and writing and you know making the very occasional video appearance, with nowhere near the comfort level that I have now in front of the camera. Honestly, I feel mostly at ease, but your mileage may vary on still what it comes to. But this is me in the flesh, Aaron Epps, also known as the Cadrian, and I'm going to be producing more content over time, and hopefully it's something worth watching, listening to, or seeing. And since this is just a practice tape, nobody has to see it.